Hi, and welcome back. So, today we're talking about weight loss and chronic disease management. And my most recent video was about weight loss and high blood pressure. And everything that applies with weight loss and high blood pressure, I would say applies with every other chronic disease, whether it's metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, abdominal obesity, high blood pressure, um, or neurologic conditions, or you know kidney disease, you name it. Most, no, not most, all conditions would benefit from achieving a healthy weight. So I do want to preface this by saying that I'm not suggesting a one size fits all with people pursuing runway model weights and being underweight. That's not the recommendation to help with chronic disease management. The goal is achieving a healthy weight. And I kind of made a post. I don't even know if I did it on TikTok or just on some of the other social media about healthy at every size and the limitations with taking that approach, and the outliers or the extreme ends of the spectrum should not be considered a healthy variant of the human body. And so I'm not suggesting these extreme weights, as in you should not be underweight. That's not your goal. And you should not be severely overweight either. On either ends of the spectrum, you can experience chronic disease, various symptoms, and reduced quality of life, poor health, etc. So that's certainly not the recommendation when I'm talking about weight loss and improving chronic disease control. So it is what I would consider healthy is a weight, with a BMI, and I know that there's a lot of limitations with BMI, but achieving a BMI under 35. And I think that gives us a lot of room for natural variations with body weight in regards to genetics and muscle mass versus fat mass, etc. So, uh, some people might think that to be considered still very much overweight, a BMI as much as 35. But, can you be healthy with a BMI of 35? It might not be common, but I think it could be possible. So the point is getting your BMI at least below 35 with it could help to control disease. Now, if your BMI is already between 30 and 35, getting a BMI below 30, you can see significant improvement in disease. So if you already have a BMI between 30 and 35 with chronic disease, that tells you that that is not a natural or healthy place for your body to reside, and you need to get your BMI down. Having excessive fat on your body is going to contribute to inflammation, as I mentioned in my video on high blood pressure, and oxidative stress. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress are sources of chronic stress for the body. And as I've mentioned in other videos, the three pillars of disease are chronic stress, undernutrition, and toxicity. Those are the three major players. Some of the minor players that people tend to focus on excessively and ignore the major players are age, hormones, and genetics. So I strongly recommend that people veer towards the major players of disease and focus on those things, because that's where they're going to get the most bang for their buck. So, any new people that are listening, thanks for listening in. Please like and share and comment. My name is Tamika. I'm a nurse practitioner and holistic health and wellness coach. You can visit vnpscoach.com if you'd like to learn about my coaching service or get access to my book that will help to give you some guidance with adopting a holistic health and wellness type of lifestyle. So, I'm talking about weight loss and chronic disease management. I recently made a video about weight loss, and high blood pressure. And those principles, I would say, would apply to any chronic disease. I just kind of picked high blood pressure, but there are many chronic diseases that exist that would certainly benefit from achieving healthy weight. And I do want to make it clear that by healthy weight, I'm not promoting you- people being underweight. That's not a healthy weight. And I know BMI has a lot of limitations, but I would suggest a BMI anywhere from 20 to 35 could technically be considered healthy, depending on what your disease status is. If you have symptoms or chronic disease diagnoses with a BMI greater than 30, then reducing your BMI to under 30 might help to improve your chronic disease. So just be mindful of that. Can you be healthy with a BMI under 20? Certainly, that's possible. But I think the outliers are, in those extreme ends of the BMI spectrum. You have to recognize are, more outliers than the norm. So just be mindful of that. Nevertheless, achieving a healthy weight can have a significant impact on chronic disease management. If you get your weight within a healthy range, you can expect a reduction in inflammation in your body, which can help with chronic pain. That includes joint pain, back pain, migraines, or other chronic pain syndromes. You can expect improvement in inflammation, which also can help to improve pain. Fat cells hold a lot of toxins, and as I mentioned, toxicity and toxin exposure is a big contributor to chronic disease. That's one of the main pillars of chronic disease. So, reducing fat mass overall can help to improve your toxicity exposure. And so, reducing the toxic burden in your body can help to improve your chronic disease status. And then weight loss can help to improve quality of life by improving your outlook or your perspective on your health overall, so that there's a mental aspect there. It can help to reduce uh, mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. And once again, it's not just about fitting into the status quo and trying to be runway model thin or anything like that. But when you're significantly overweight, that will negatively impact your mental health, whether you choose to admit that or not. And because of the inflammation, because of significantly excessive weight, it doesn't just cause inflammation in your body, but also within the brain. And there have been studies that show that the brain mass is smaller or reduced in severely overweight people. So those are some things to be mindful of. There's increased risk for neurodegenerative conditions like dementia and cognitive impair. So these are things to consider when considering if your weight is a problem when it comes to your chronic diseases and your health overall. It certainly can be. And so reducing your weight can help to improve mental health, can help to improve brain health and cognition, and can help, as I mentioned, improve insulin sensitivity, which we're seeing more and more. And you guys know about this. The information in regards to the impact that insulin has on your overall health, insulin sensitivity and blood sugar management on every organ of the body, and the impact that has on inflammation within the body, which is also a chronic stress. And as I mentioned, chronic stress is one of the pillars of chronic disease. So, reducing stress by improving insulin sensitivity with blood pressure, for instance, that helps to improve the pliability of the blood vessels. So, how well the blood vessels can relax, can dilate or constrict, and that will, of course, impact your blood pressure. What impact does the blood pressure have on the kidneys over time? You guys are aware that high blood pressure will damage the kidneys over time. High blood sugars, insulin resistance will damage your kidneys over time. And so, if weight loss helps to improve all of these parameters, certainly it's worth it to consider that. And when I say weight loss, I don't mean to pursue weight loss in a haphazard kind of way or in an unhealthy way that's not sustainable. I'm talking about healthy, sustainable weight loss, which, if you guys have watched any of my previous videos, know that that's kind of what I'm always harping on. And that is healthy diet, holistic diet, and lifestyle changes. Adopting a whole foods diet, meat, eggs, fruits, and vegetables, regular physical activity, prioritizing your sleep, high quality sleep, and sun exposure and fresh air, getting outdoors, stress management, taking care of the microbiome, not only in your gut, but on your skin and the other areas of your body, and embarking on a life that you enjoy, and working your mind and mental health, it, and learning new things. All of those things are important parts of a holistic um, health and wellness program that's going to improve your health. So those are some things to consider when you're embarking on your health and wellness journey and trying to um, achieve sustainable, healthy weight loss. It's not just losing the weight. It's not just the end result. The process that you take or the road that you take to get there is also important, and you need to take that into consideration when you're embarking on a journey to improve chronic disease. And that is what I promote, focusing on holistic diet and lifestyle changes to reclaim your health and not becoming a victim of the healthcare system. And once again, for any new people, I'm a nurse practitioner. And so I see what the healthcare system can do to people and how it can disempower people and make people feel like they're hopeless and they cannot heal and they're just stuck with the Western medicine kind of approach, which is heavy on pharmaceuticals and surgery and things like that, and they think that's the only thing that can be done to improve their health, and that's certainly not true. You can make healthy diet and lifestyle changes and see significant improvement in your overall health, in chronic disease management, in your need for medications. You could see improvement with that. So, with that being said, that's just kind of what I wanted to come on here and share with you guys. That once again, healthy, sustainable weight loss can help to improve chronic diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, neurologic conditions, whatever. There's so many autoimmune disease, whatever you like, whatever you want to call it. Um, so just be mindful of that, and pursuing healthy diet and lifestyle changes, whether your goal is weight loss or not, can help to improve chronic disease management, chronic pain management, and help to improve your quality of life. You certainly can reclaim your health by making some of these simple changes that I recommended. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and please like the page and follow, and let me know if you guys have any suggestions on some other topics that you'd like to cover in regards to holistic health and weight loss. Uh, Otherwise, you guys have a good night. Thanks.